Guest is a Chicago Southside native who is hoping to change the way history is taught for a younger generation, one TikTok video at a time. Known as Six-Figure Dilla on TikTok, Shermann Dilla Thomas has gone viral for sharing over 200 videos about history with over 4 million views. Take a look.
As Black History Month approaches, I'm sure a ton of millennials don't remember.
Right here on the corner of Wabash and Ohio is where it all started.
Undoubtedly, somebody's gonna say they gave us the shortest month of the year.
This is George Mortimer Pullman, and he's the reason why we all leave tips at restaurants.
Did you know both Soul Train the Show and Don Cornelius are from Chicago?
Let me teach you the history of Black History Month.
And he does all kinds of history. It just so happens that we are in February, Black History Month. Dilla, thanks for being on.
Very honored to be here. Thank you, Adrian.
This is so cool. First, you got to explain your name. Dilla, I was thinking dollar. I was like, where did that name come from?
Right. Well, that's a good question. If you live in Chicago, you've probably bought a used car on Western Avenue. And most of the time, you're going to buy a lemon. But when you get there, some kind of way, the used car dealer gets you to spend your money. So my mother said I could get her to buy anything that was at the register, right? Like the thing that you know is going to break as soon as you get in the car. So she used to call me a used Sherm dealer.
Okay.
And Dilla just stuck.
Dilla's stuck. You have kids. And this video, it's so funny. The thing we have in common is I'm one of 7 kids.
Oh, okay.
And you have 7 kids.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So that's what we have in common. But your daughter, did she need help with her history lesson, and this is how you got to get involved with TikTok videos?
Man, I wish that was the story. It's actually something else. She got on TikTok, and she got on a little young, so I said, hey, I'll monitor the account. And what she wanted us to do was those father-daughter dances. Everybody was going viral when TikTok first started. And I tried a few, and we weren't going to go viral that way. And so I said, you know, what I do know is history, and I was trying to get her to do history posts, and that's what got us started.
Because you've always liked history.
Yeah, my whole life. My father was a Chicago policeman for 32 years. He had a few historical details. Mayor Harold Washington, he was part of that bodyguard detail. Also, Senator Kara Mosley Braun.
Wow.
And so when people are making history, they talk about history, and that's where I got my love of history from.
That's beautiful. People are making more history now. How important is it for you to incorporate Black history lessons into all of your history?
I'm glad you asked that question. Nowadays, we look at Black History Month as kind of a thing for Black people to look at, when really Black history is American history. It's inundated in so many awesome things that make America great. And so by telling the African-American version or portion of the story, I'm really just opening the story up for all of us so that the story can be more accurately told.
Yeah, it's woven into everything that makes this country, like you said, great and what it is. So what are you hoping to do with these videos? I hear that you have a potential, like, television deal now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm working with the awesome Thomas Lennon, who's a Chicago Oak Park native, one of the writers for Reno 911. And we're working on the pilot for, I say it's like a period piece. We're following a Chicago politician during a particular event in Chicago history, and it's going along real well.
That's exciting.
I got cool with Van Lathan, who's looking to come on as a producer.
That's wonderful. Okay, well, I mean, again, it's blowing up. How much time do you research history? How much time does it take to make a video?
Well, if it's a video, say I just learned that fact that day reading, I'll research that subject for about 3 or 4 more days just to make sure I don't miss a fact. If it's something that I already know, it might take about 3 or 4 hours to make a video.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I want to actually put your TikTok skills and your history skills to the test.
Okay.
So in television, we only have like seconds sometimes to tell a story. We want to give you a 30-second clock right here behind us.
Okay.
And we're going to give you the chance to give us a history lesson in 30 seconds. Go.
All right, so as far as television goes, one of the first African-American, I would say, sitcoms would be based off of people here in Chicago, Amos and Andy. But Chicago gives us all the dope stuff about television. We based off of, out of the Cabrini Green Project's Good Times, and then the writers of Good Times also gives us the Jeffersons. But just even as far as before that, where sitcoms come from, they were made on the radio. And it was here in Chicago, the first ever, we call them soap operas, right? That happened here in Chicago too. Also, we got to look at people like Oscar Micheaux, who was the first African-American to create a feature film. He made a lot of silent films, which could be considered sitcoms as well, before sitcoms, and those are all filmed on the South Side. So a lot of amazing stuff has happened here in Chicago.
I think you went 60 seconds, but that's about how long your TikToks are, and that was excellent. And again, you share so many different stories. I've watched many of your videos, and it's so good to have you here, just really putting Chicago on the map again, because there are so many things that started right here in this city.
Everything dope about America is either from Chicago or made better by Chicago. So thank you, Adrian.
He said it. All right. Thank you so much, Dilla. You can check out his TikToks at 6figure_Dilla. Did I say it right?
You got it.
Okay. Coming up. That's inspirational. Dilla's inspirational. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.